messages.
As the owner of an ag business, you probably don't have enough hours in the day, and dealing with payroll can really eat into your time. That's where Sure Payroll comes in. We've been providing easy online payroll services to American businesses for 20 years, and we understand the details, even those that make running farm payroll different. With Sure Payroll, you can pay yourself and your workers, whether they're contractors or W-2 employees, in minutes, online or from your smartphone. We'll calculate and file your taxes, handle the W-2s, and file Form 943 for you. With Sure Payroll, you can keep your payroll under control, and there's no contract. If you need help, Sure Payroll's award-winning U.S.-based customer service is there, even on weekends and evenings. More time for you, less time on payroll and taxes. Try Sure Payroll free for a month. Visit SurePayroll.com now or call 800-722-6449. That's 800-722-6449. 800-722-6449. SurePayroll.com.
I know when the dog days of summer have hit just by looking at my lawn. It goes from a beautiful carpet of green to a brown, crunchy mat, thanks to the heat and lack of rainfall. Warm season grasses love heat and are in their glory, while cool season turf goes into survival mode and turns brown. Mark Schmidt is a principal scientist with John Deere. He says dormancy in turf grass isn't a bad thing.
It's okay for the plant to go dormant. I think one of the mistakes that people often make is trying to put too much water to turf and to fight its natural cycle of trying to withstand the stress. And so when a plant does go dormant, that's its natural response to those stresses, the heat and drought that are coming at it. And there's nothing wrong with that. What you want to prevent against is ensuring that it doesn't go from dormancy to death.
How long the lawn can go without water depends on several factors: the heat, the humidity, your soil type, and if the turf grass is being used intensively. Brown grass that's alive will continue to grow, although the growth will slow down considerably. Don't be afraid to occasionally mow the yard, but Schmidt says to be mindful of its condition.
You want to be careful that depending how dormant it is, you don't want to traffic the turf or cause any more wear than you would normally because it's not able to grow and recover from that. You want to make sure that when you do mow it, you're mowing it at the proper height, that you've got your blade sharp so you're not creating added stress.
If you decide to water, the best time is early morning because you'll lose the least amount of moisture to wind and evaporation. The best protection for your turf is proper care in spring and fall so it stays healthy in the dog days of summer. Find more summer lawn care tips at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the country life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
AM 1380 WYSH FM 101.1 AM 960 WQLA. Good morning, everybody. 13 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's Thursday, which means it's David West Stars and Stories of the Cas Walker Show. Good morning, boys. How are you?
Good morning. Great. We're here. Mr. Falk said we're here, and we hope you're there.
You're in there.
You got to be somewhere, ain't you?
Yeah, I reckon so.
We tell some things about Mr. Walker. I'd hit him do parts of commercials, and do you remember? I know. Don,
oh yeah.
We'd say something. We'd do part of a commercial, and it'd be cute right then for Mr. Walker to say, "I didn't know that," or "Bulldog gravy, ball of the far." Right on the end of it. After he did that for him, he said, "Why am I saying this stuff?" I said, "This part of the commercial." Well, he always trusted me on everything.
Yeah.
If I explain it to him, sometimes he won't know why. I'd say, That's what you're supposed to say is great balls far at your part. Oh, okay. From then on, you know.
He's fine after that.
Oh, he was okay. He did all the commercials the way we wanted him to do them. He was some character. I guess it was some of the happiest days of my life getting to travel with him and drive for him and be with him. And people tell stories about him and places we'd go, and concerts and all. You know, speaking of concerts, I was in Dalton, Georgia over the weekend.
Dalton, Georgia.
And worked with a big band down there, and they was a good band.
Who'd you work with?
I forgot the name of them, but they were hot stuff. The crowd was probably between 3,000 and 4,000. It's big. It is a big thing. And I went in, drove the A model in there, and baby, you talk about getting scared. The A model on the register's 80, and I went through Chattanooga. Have you been through there lately?
Not nice.
It's almost like Atlanta. At 6 o'clock.
It's always terrible.
6 o'clock at Friday evening now. 6 o'clock Friday evening at A model going through Chattanooga. I went
Did
through.
You get run over almost?
Well, I was doing 70. I was afraid to run it wide open. I was doing 70, and I thought they were going on top of me. I mean, them trucks was right against my bumper. I was doing 70 and holding on. I thought, and them wires, what gets you is them wires. I'm not sure which
way to go, yeah.
Which way to go. I could go to Alabama as well as I could go to Georgia. And I went through there, but this passed me quick I could. But ones that wasn't passing, wasn't honking the horn, but I could see evil in their eye. They was doing 90. They'd be doing 90. If I was doing 70, I know the way they went around me like bullets. I got down there I was there 3 days, and I got down there, and the guy said, "You didn't drive this tonight, did this on Friday evening?" I got there. "You didn't drive this through Chattanooga, did you?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "How fast were you going?" I said, 70. He said, "Man, wasn't it scary?" And I said, "Yeah, a little bit."
That's scary.
Well, hey, I couldn't stop. There was no place to get off. It just goes.
How'd you end up playing down there? They just called you?
Yeah, I went there for a big convention thing, and then the band, Joyful Sounds, the Steel Perfect Joyful Sound was playing.
Okay.
And he knew me, and he said, "Oh, did you bring your banjo?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, don't you play for us?" And I said, "We ain't got no banjo." He said, "We'll get you one." I said, "No, I ain't got time to run through none of your stuff or nothing like that." He said, "You don't need to run through none of the stuff we play." And then a little bit, they had me a RV 250 Master Tone, top of the line Gibson.
Wow.
Of that, you know, the bluegrass stuff. And then they had it sitting there tuned, and the tuner on it, every little thing was on it. Capo and all.
You're ready to go.
But I had my picks. I had my plectrums with me. And I put them on, and they started to, you know, it's kind of funny how they play stuff like that. They played and let me play something, and directly they started pulling out heavier stuff like Goodbye World, Goodbye. And of course, me and Luke's had been through all that. It's amazing. This one guitar picker, I've known him for years, is really super good guitar picker, top shelf. And so he looked over at me between songs and I really enjoyed picking you. He said, "I've always wanted to play some shows with you." And I said, "Well, thank you." He just kept on. And I've known him for years, but I've listened to him pick.
Sure.
Picking up with him. But it was real good. Paul Thomas said, with Joyful Sound, is a super good steel player, too. Well, he really shined, but he is good. He's the type of guy that he's real good and he lays back a little bit. You know, he needs to put that spark into it. I had spark out of the bird. They put me on the spot.
Because his spark might be gone.
I had to get up and pick. You know, it either look bad or pick.
Yeah, I got you.
But anyhow, it was a great day. Oh, and I looked out Saturday morning, and I left the curtains off at little A-Mob. But the way they're made, see, they don't blow. Water will come in. You know, they're made like this. You cars this way, they're this way. I looked at her. It looked like Fred Smith that ran Cats and Dogs, and I stepped on a poodle. It was war. People was looking at it. I got over, I went to put the curtain on. I just had a little bit on, just a little bit of the seat, not the seat leatherhead and all. But they, it was good. I got to go see a lot of landmarks. You know, you remember me bringing the picture the first time I was in Georgia in 1948, and I think I saw the house.
You went to, it was a political thing, wasn't it? You went down there, hear somebody sing?
1948, when it was Henry Wallace was vice president for Roosevelt. I believe he was one of his vice presidents. I've got it wrote down home. He had, I believe him, let's see, Roosevelt had 3 vices. The last one was Truman.
Okay.
I believe he had Truman, Henry Wallace, and Garner. I believe is right. Don't nobody out there hearing me. I'll get it wrote down. If you need it, call me at home. I'll give it to you. Right off the press. I've got it on the charts.
But you were down there watching the band that was playing for his political rally.
Dennis and Jim.
Yeah.
That's all Con Honey's uncles.
Those guys.
Con Honey's uncles. And right after that, well, sometime after that in the 50s, see, they got the contract to do the Grand Ole Opry.
Okay.
And they didn't take it. They split up because the people I was working with didn't want them to leave and talked them in. Part of them staying, I guess, give them so much they had to. And he told me that the Osmond brothers was one that fell in that slot pretty well. You know, Bonnie and Buster was offered a slot on television, and they didn't take it because they had Jim Walter. Well, not Jim Walter, had Morris Homes back then. They had big sponsor here in Knoxville. And she said that Wimley and Stoney took their spot. See, if they got to get somebody to fill that spot they needed. And they told me it was Osborne's took their bluegrass spot.
Might have been the reason they took off, you know?
Yeah.
One man's decision.
Somebody that's the reason Wimley and Stoney, you know, made it, because they got that big spot on television that made them put them over. But I talked to Martin Lewis, I said, why wouldn't you do that? Back in, if you could get on the Grand Ole Opry as a regular.
Sure, that was it.
You could work out of her.
Yeah.
I mean, she said, I know we could, David, and we might have done better, but we done pretty good where we was at. They went in, they just swung Jim Walter homes, and when they got with those littler homes, went to Jim Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Had to live and make for life.
You know, but see, back then, if you went out and did a show on the road as a Grand Ole Opry,
remember,
they got a piece of the pie.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That's the reason Eddie Arnold,
you got booked out there.
Eddie Arnold quit him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He wanted to hold
He said, I don't need them. They need me.
Yeah.
Because he was cutting all the records back then that she was allowed to cut.
Uh-huh.
Because of the stuff the records made. There was a shortage of it during the war. And he said, no, you ain't getting none of my money.
So, he ended up with plenty of it.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
they pretty
biggest real estate man there was nice for him.
Brentwood, he even owned the water.
Owns the water.
Yeah, he owned a big portion of that town.
Oh, yeah, I think he owned that whole county, Brentwood, and that's where all the stars there in Franklin, which was neighbors, you know.
I wonder how much he was worth when he died.
Oh, there ain't no telling.
Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, he was conservative, you know.
Built $1 million and $2 million homes in on Brentwood, so all the stars.
Yeah. How I know.
I played his birthday party, and the gifts he got just tickled him to death. He got a watermelon, and that tickled him.
A watermelon.
He said, "Oh, they know what I like, a watermelon." And for his dinner, or his birthday party, he got salsa and his dips and this funny type food. Of course, I eat it, but it's okay. And somebody bought him a flag. He said, "Oh, look at this! Ain't this nice?
A U.S. flag?
I'm gonna put it on my yacht." He had something very little. He was so appreciative of the things they got him, and somebody got him a 6-pack or maybe a 24-pack of drinks. It's a box.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite kind. Look here. Look at this. Look at this. He's telling me and Luke Marshall Andy played for his birthday party, his 82nd birthday party. And he went through every bit of that. And there wasn't nobody who's partying now but him and his wife and his secretary and the 2 people that run this big, where they've done the tinted glass for Hollywood, for the Hollywood homes and stuff. They made the glass for it there as one of his factories.
Really?
And it was fancy in his factory. that the offices had fireplaces in them. I'm talking about, it's unusual to see their offices in that place. And they took us back in, I guess, I don't know what it was, something back there, but nobody else got to come. It was just him and his wife and his secretary. And they all were about the same age. And the man and woman that was in control of all that,
the factory.
They put the party on. His daughters won it hardest, I think, to play. But anyhow, I remember they come back there and said, well, the only way that the post lady she wanted to come back and say, hi, happy birthday to you. And they okayed that. That's the only other one person got in there. And they hid us in another office. I mean, every little office I looked in had fireplace. I mean, these places are fancy, man. They wasn't 10-cent store. They was nice. And they said, now, when we bring you out, you walk in, and we're not going to do happy birthday right off. We're going to, I said, what's a good band or two? I said, Cripple Creek. Said, okay. Yeah, come in and do Cripple Creek. And then when you get through with that, I'll introduce you and we'll do happy birthday. And when I did, his wife said, oh, Cripple Creek, my daddy was a banjo picker. I love that. I looked over Luke and I said, I'm in.
We made it.
I asked him one time, did he ever splurge anything? He said, said, the only thing I ever splurged or wasted money on was my yacht. I said, but I love it.
His
being tight, man. He did waste it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He didn't waste no money.
He told this sitting right there in the office, and he said, said, I'm having something, one of them internet plugs put in so he could use, I guess, he was 82 around 2001 probably, somewhere on in there.
Okay.
And he was working up something. He said, that company is putting it in was wanting $30 for that little plug-in. Said, I had my secretary call, and she can get it at Walmart for about $13, $12 or $13. And I told him, said, no, I'll send her over to get it, and you can put it in. What all these paying her, I guess you can do one thing good as the other, couldn't you?
I reckon.
And both of them would come off his taxes. But that's what he thought. And his steel player said that they were out on the road, and that was Leroy Wiggins. He said years ago, Leroy was the one who played that little lap steel and that little stand-up thing. And, of course, when he went with big band, he had to use the big band. He couldn't use him anymore, but he kept him on payroll for a while. He got with somebody else. He wound up on him, Buster. The reason I knew him so good, me and him become friends, and I helped put him in the music store business. I put me and Joe Morrell put the money on to give it. But anyhow, he said, we was out somewhere and he needed to borrow $1 or $2 to buy something. He had hit it. Have you got $2? And he said, yeah. I said, here. He said it went on the rest of the day and said he hadn't paid me back, Said he's always real particular. And so he went in this place and it must have been like a fruit stand or something. And they had homemade sausage. And he bought him a couple of dollars worth. He get quite a bit. $2 worth. And he come back and said, here's for $2. Oh, yeah, I thought you needed some sausage. Any of that sausage. I mean, he was like a conservative type guy. He was so funny. I remember then he went to his office. I guess he had an office in every place he owned, probably. Well, maybe it was in people's office, and that's where he took him. I got a picture of him sitting, and behind it was all mirror. And you can see him. You see us when we took his picture. Far back, got us right there with him. But he said, well, I thought if it would be nice if me and my wife would go sit in the office and relax, let you all stand and play for us. He said, I thought that'd be nice. And said, okay, we'll do it. We'd love to. We want to do whatever we want done.
Sure.
And me and Luke and Marshall Andy got in front of him and his wife just sitting there like lovers supposed to,
Yeah.
And we started picking and singing for him. And he said, as we were walking back through there, he looked over at Luke and he said, you play good on the guitar. He said, I used to be pretty fire on the guitar. So he goes back there and he sits down and we're sitting there And Marshall Andy's singing Eddie Arnold songs to him.
See,
I told Luke, I said, boy, we must have some kind of grit to go to the guy that made the millions of dollars off and sang his own song back to him. Always loved it, and he said he loved it. And they said that, and he won't know who we all were and where we come from and everything. David West, he worked with the Bluegrass group, Bonnie and Buster for a long time, did Cas Walker Show and different people. And he said, you know what I understood about bluegrass? And I said, no, sir. He said, well, I found out about bluegrass if you go to a bluegrass festival and you hear the first song, and then you go home and mow your yard for about 3 or 4 hours and go back 4 hours later and listen to the next song, you're still caught up with bluegrass because there ain't nothing in between. No different to them two right there.
They all sound the same, in other words.
Yeah. I don't know how many people is kidding me over that. We ain't missing nothing. Which song are you on? It's like we was playing one time at a show, and I guess they got tired of hearing Marshall sing cowboy songs. And that guy walked up and he said, what do you do for your final song? He said, Happy Trails. He said, do it. He's tired of hearing you say it. Oh, it's funny. It's funny things that you go out, but it was such a, when you think back, to me it was just a job, but now it would be an honor to be with somebody like Eddie Arnold.
Lord, yeah.
We couldn't even get close enough to see him. I mean, me and you, how would we ever get to see Eddie Arnold? How would you ever get to him? You couldn't go to his house, and you couldn't knock on the door. You definitely wouldn't get in one of his offices.
How did you end up getting the job?
His daughter called him. She knew Marshall Andy was his hero. And him and Marshall Andy were real close. They talked
I didn't know that.
on the phone. And she said it's Daddy's birthday and said, we need some music. And said, he thinks world of you. And so at that time, it was me and Luke Marshall Andy was Tennessee 3.
Yeah.
We did, we played we played about 3 shows a week back in days. And that's how we got the job. But it was something else. And somebody asked him, said, I heard you owned the waterworks here in Brentwood. He said, yes. You know, every time somebody flushes a commode, I get a little bit of change. And his cards, the birthday cards, and this one had a sow, big sow, pig and dog, and it had pigs. And all that tickled him. It was big old red. He said, this is Joe or somebody I know, we're pretty close, and said, Joe's sows finally had pigs. And look here, he sent me a card with her picture and all those little piglets. And that meant so much to him. Stuff like that to him meant so much. Well, he didn't need no money. So
no, he probably didn't need anything.
Just a thought. He got some more oddball presents. I can't think of all of them. But anyhow, the things he got was, $5, $10 stuff that nobody, you'd be ashamed. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't say it to him. But that tickled that man. He loved that so good. Those little bitty things of, it was root beer. Wait, it was root beer. Root beer was his favorite drink. He wanted that. And it's just,
It's like simple things.
I was going to start getting ready to say, probably had everything else. I mean,
That's right. What could you get him? I mean, except
get him stuff he likes, I guess. When was that, David?
2001.
2001.
Right along in there, probably 2001.
Okay.
He turned 82, and he said, do you know what I'd like to have? And he said, what? When I turn 92, I want you all to come back. And he almost made it. I think he got to 89 or somewhere along there.
Wow.
But,
fun stuff.
But no, he said that when we started leaving, he was so nice, and thanks you so much for being there. And you all just made my day. And he said, but the things that they got him, little things that he was going to put on his yacht, this certain little thing. I do remember the flag. And there's something else, a thing, item or two. Yes, I need that on my yacht, he said. So, and it just, boy, you talk about this glass. They showed us they make this real expensive, all kind of covered glass.
Was it his company that did it?
Yeah.
So he owned...
Yeah.
He was into everything then.
Oh, he's in all kinds of stuff, but that's the company he owned, and them offices in that place. I don't know how big it was. I didn't go through much of it. Just back in there where they took us. And I was in probably 5 offices, and they all had fireplaces in them. All right?
And it was a glass company?
Yeah. I asked him, the guy took us in there before he got there and was showing us around. I said, what do y'all do here? Or men Luke or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me show you. He said, and I said, and probably Luke said, well, where's your market business? They said, we sell it to the stars and people in Hollywood. Said, this is $1 price. This is not, most of it don't go in here. It goes to very expensive homes out in California and stuff like that. We ship it out. They were really, in fact, they even made a movie of the whole thing.
They videoed it?
I've got the movie of every bit of it. They took us through there, and I've got that. I forgot about having that.
Wow.
But they made a movie of it. They did have somebody. I believe it's that the man and woman. I think it's the man and woman that run it for him.
They videoed it.
I believe it's her. I believe she made a video of it. Because I know she farted. One of them farted around. Been a long time. And I've done a lot of things since then.
Done a lot since 2001.
That was interesting to. It was interesting to see some of that glass, man, how they did it. You know, I worked with the Southern Railroad, and they took me through all that, through the blacksmith shop and all these things that they did.
Yeah.
Boy, it was interesting. Had to wear hard hats just like the employees, and we got to go through there. They were spending $1 million a day, I told you the other day. $1 million a day back in, and that was way back, I guess, 90s or 80s, I forgot. I didn't look it up. But to get to see how some of this stuff is done, and I played Bush Beans, and they took me, he said, I want to take you where nobody ever gets to go, computer room, show you how a lot of things done. And they showed me those beans.
Automation.
They were white, and they dye them and cook them in a can and label them and everything. It's hot, and that paint dries instantly. And it's all that stuff. See, I did a big thing for them. They made a big old banner, great big banner, and our guest that's coming up has pictures where they was up there around it too. That's all, using their pictures in it. It's now that the bean deal was, I couldn't even dream it that way.
It's all done by computers, isn't
I
it?
figured they cooked them in a kettle, they put them in a can and bake them.
In the can that you buy them in.
I never.
Interesting
I can't explain. Just go up there and go through and see if I'll take you back and show you.
Good deal. You want to get your guests on?
Yeah, let's take a little break, get the guest on.
All right, back in the flash.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly, unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the eScore Quality Contractor Network. They're the pros who've been specially trained and approved by TVA and your local power company. The quality contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Contact your local power company or visit energyright.com to learn more.
Hammer stores in East Tennessee kick off the back-to-school shopping season with a tax-free weekend. The tax-free weekend is a 3-day sale starting this Friday and ending Sunday. As an extra added bonus, Hammer stores are offering 10% off all items in stock. This means you save almost 20% off Hammer's low prices on tax-free merchandise. Tax-free items include clothing and shoes under $100, school supplies, and more. See signs in the store for details. You'll save on ladies' famous label fall and transition sportwear by popular boutique fashions, denim jeans, capris, leggings, and all other ladies' fashion and accessories. Men's outerwear, denim jeans, cargo shorts, socks, pocket tees, novelty print tees, and the entire men's department items are included. Get ready for college dorm rooms and apartments with Hammer's rugs. Don't miss this savings weekend at Hammer's, Clinton, Hull, Sevierville, Tazewell, and Wartburg.
Hammer's Discount Stores. If you haven't been to Hammer's, you should see us now.
Today, it seems like all businesses are being bought up by huge corporations, even body shops. Here's Barry from H&H Body Shop.
Yeah, there's a conglomerate that has come in and bought 3 of the major shops in the Knoxville area that were all local before. That's okay, but it's not the hometown stuff that folks around here expect and want. So spend your money with the local folks. We try to, and then you'll still get treated like your family, and what happens to you is important to us.
So do business with local hometown folks. No matter if your car needs an oil change or a complete color change. H&H Body Shop, 749 North Main Street in Clinton. Call 865-457-9735. H&H Body Shop, there since 1960, and there when you need them.
H&H has been around 56 years. We're Darla and Barry, and we appreciate you dealing with local hometown people that's been there and going to be there.
Anderson Crossing Pharmacy, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, has earned the trust of its customers through friendly, professional, and fast service. Their staff has combined over 100 years worth of pharmacy knowledge. Check out their new phone refill system and their convenient drive-through. Need a 90-day supply of your prescription? No problem. Just phone a day ahead and it'll be ready for you the next day. Most times the same day. Anderson Crossing Pharmacy, family owned since 1995. 3318 Andersonville Highway in Andersonville. 494-8444. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
All right, we're back. Good morning, everybody. It's 10:40. David West stars the stories of the Cas Walker Show. Guest with us this morning. David, you want to introduce your guest?
We got some guests here,
Yes.
and the folks watch them a lot on television, and
Dancing.
we got a lot of mix-up in them. Some people think it's mama and son, and some people think it's brother and sister, and I'm not even sure myself.
It's mama and son.
This guy called in and said, that boy and his sister, I want to do me one. I said, that's not his sister. He said, that's what? Not his what? Who is she, his girlfriend? I said, no, it's his mother. Oh, that ain't his mother. This is funny. Ken Bonham, Ken Bonham, that guitar picker, he works at Great Off in Nashville with everybody. He worked not Cowboy Covers, but Little Jimmy Dickens and Martha Carson and Red Servine, and he's sitting there picking. One night, he was up there and he said, "Oh boy," says, "that his sister, his girlfriend." I said, "It's his mom." But they danced for us, and Luke sang some of the more modern day stuff.
Yeah.
That's what the Cas Walker Show. The reason I like to do it. I grew up watching Cas Walker from a kid ever since I can remember television, and even before he went to television, he was on radio. But he always put everybody on that come through. And who knows who would have been discovered if he hadn't did that.
Sure.
And everybody it's good to see people like Lucas here take a part in doing something other than some of the stuff that's going on in the world today. I mean, he's playing about 5 different instruments. He's singing, and we're going to tell something else here just in a minute. I mean, he's got some accomplishments here. It's hard to get, but anyhow, to see a young boy like him, and we're all proud of you.
Well, thank you.
Of all the young people around, as Luke says, he's on top shelf. And not just him, but his mother and his daddy. They are a role model family. I look at them when they're on television. And a lot of times, I know a fella that made me a banjo, walking stick banjo one time. He didn't tell me this, but some other musician did, said, we were down to see him, and he said, David is an accomplished musician, which I don't feel that way, but I do have fun doing it. But, they said, I just want to tell you the nice things he was saying about you, but if you don't hear them, you won't never know what people thought about you. But this is a wonderful family right here. I've known them ever since they've been taking lessons at Ciderville, and they both are black belts in karate.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to him just a little bit about that. This is his mother, Daisy. He's Luke. We call them the Dukes, and they do the dancing, and we have so much fun at them. We get there are a few people each week we hear more from than anybody, and usually it's them, and we hear a lot about Frank Smith. Yeah. People love Frank Smith. Of course, I do too. I think the world of him, and back when he had his hit song out, me and Luke used to listen to it on radio before I knew him well. I knew who he was, but he had a good, he had some top 40 stuff.
Sure.
So we're happy to have you all with us today. And how come you get in karate? Tell us a little bit about that.
I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, well, I started karate when I was about 5 years old. I did it because I was kind of getting picked on at church, and so they put me in it to kind of defend myself and everything, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Getting picked on at church, that's bad.
Have you been defending yourself pretty good lately?
Yeah, I have. Nobody messes with me anymore.
I remember one night we were on TV. She told this guy, she said, "I'll just chop you up."
Well, I got into it because of him. They started offering an adult class, and so I thought, maybe I should take it too, and that's how I got into
So
it.
you're defending yourself too, huh?
Yeah.
You see, wait just a minute, buddy. I don't know whether I want anything out of you or not. I'll let you know. I can see it now. So you started when you was 5-year-old. You've been in how many years now? You're what, 16?
I'll be 16 this November.
I knew it was getting close to 16.
Yeah.
Now, you've been in it for a while. And you really come up hard and fast, didn't you?
Yeah.
And just tell Ron what you just did this past month, or what was it?
This
week?
past weekend.
Yeah.
Past weekend. Look what he's done.
Well, last Saturday, I got inducted into the Martial Arts Hall of Fame as Black Belt of the Year.
Oh, wow.
By the United States Martial Arts Hall of Fame.
That's fantastic.
That's hard to get.
And what is the what are the requirements? What do they look at when they induct somebody into that? What did you have to accomplish?
Well, first off, you have to, of course, accomplish black belt because I don't think they have any awards under that. You have to be like a black belt.
Mm-hmm.
And what he looks at is you have to have at least one tournament under your belt, and you have to be like a good person because the guy's a Christian, and he likes to hear about charity work and stuff and everything you do about that and everything.
And teaching.
And you have to teach little kids too, be a minor teacher.
That's a great accomplishment. Well, how many tournaments have you fought in?
I fought in 2.
Okay.
I come in first place in the Warrior Cup in 2015, and I came in second place in the 2017 Smoky Mountain Open.
Okay. Back in, I can't remember what year it was, but Smoky Mountain Open's been going on for a long time because I fought in it in the 80s. I'm a second-degree black belt, so I fought in all those tournaments a long time ago. Maurice Mersasa, Harold.
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. They still have schools. Where do you take your lessons at? Or where do you practice?
I go through a Pete Mill School of Karate in Knoxville at the Health Club.
That's great. And so you're going to continue on? I mean, what's your goal as far as martial arts?
My goal is right now to try to get second-degree black belt.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to get that when I turn 18 because that's when you also get your teaching certificate.
Okay.
Which that means that allows you can teach.
What are you? You're also a black belt, right?
I'm also a black belt, yes.
Okay. And do you participate in any of the tournaments?
No, I've kind of stepped back. When I got my black belt, I went another year just practicing, and then just recently stepped back, just because of time conflict and everything, and just let him do his things.
How did you guys come to be on the show with David?
We know him through Ciderville.
Sure.
We take lessons over there, and he's been taking lessons since you've been 10.
Yeah.
He started out taking fiddle and just started taking lessons with Tony Thomas and got affiliated with David, but of course he owns Ciderville, so.
You got to start on ukuleles.
And ukuleles.
Was that your first instrument?
Dulcimer was mine.
Oh, was it?
And then
fiddle was mine.
And then we just started adding other instruments.
And started picking them together.
What all are you playing now?
I play a fiddle, guitar, banjo, ukulele, and mandolin.
What are you going to take up next?
I might take up electric guitar next because that's one of the instruments I haven't played yet, but it's on my bucket list.
What are you taking right now? Which instrument? You still taking lessons? Or?
Yeah.
Which one?
I take guitar most of the time, and then I take a mandolin second.
Mandolin second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Tony teaches about everything.
Yeah.
He's an accomplished musician. But I know some of the stuff that you do gives us variety because you do the modern day stuff.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that really like to hear y'all calls in and they'll talk about the different things you do. But everybody likes somebody, and everybody don't like everybody. I've heard back when I grew up, there's a lot of people that didn't like Elvis Presley. I mean, it's just, even on the Andy Griffith show, they'd say, yeah, that guy in Nashville sounded like somebody choking his dog. It's kind of like Mr. Walker when he said when cars come on the market, he didn't have one. They said it was just something to get yourself killed. And but tell us a little bit how you do. How does it start out when you start out in karate? Where they first teach you?
Well, they first teach you like how to break fall and stuff. Like if you trip, they teach you how to like fall properly. You know, like first off, you have to turn your head, you know, so you don't break your nose.
Sure.
And then you don't put your wrists down because then you'll break your wrist. What you have to do is you have to put your arms out flat. Mm-hmm. That's the first step to
learning how to fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing. That if you don't know that, the rest of it don't work.
Oh yeah.
Did you get hurt a lot when you first started?
My first couple of lessons, I kind of got hurt a little bit, but after a while, you kind of get used to doing it and everything. And after that, it's pretty easy. Yeah. Now it's basic to me.
Instinct.
When you started, did you just do karate with women, or did you men too?
It was both.
Both?
Yeah.
So a woman has to fight the man?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, well, you can't pick your enemy, can you?
No, and we also do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is the ground fighting.
Yeah.
Ishinro is the style that we do. That's the stand-up fighting, and Jiu-Jitsu is the ground fighting. And I mean, you leave, when you fight with those men, you feel like you've had a workout. I mean, the first time I did it, I felt like I'd been beat to death with a ball bat. I mean, it's a good workout.
They don't show you no mercy?
No.
Oh, no.
And they're not supposed to.
Is this the same thing, Ron, is where Hensley used to come over and bust in blocks?
I mean, they teach that. When I was in, we busted blocks, or not blocks. We busted wood mostly. Yeah. Mostly broke boards.
Yeah.
I've never broken a block. Are the tournaments still light contact? Do you still have to pull your contact in the tournament, or are they full contact now?
My karate instructor kind of like recommends full contact, like don't hurt them, but now, you know, make them like feel it, like sure. That way they'll let them know that, like, yeah, I hit you.
Well, when we were in it, when I did it, it was, you had to pull your punches. It was light contact.
Yeah.
But if you got used to doing that, if you ever needed to defend yourself,
yeah,
you had to consciously think about not pulling your punch or not pulling your kick, because you spend a lot of time training for tournaments.
Yeah.
And if you hit somebody too hard, I won a tournament one time by default because the boy he went to kick me and I ducked, and he come down and hit me on the back of the neck with his heel, knocked me out cold. And so they gave me the point, which allowed me to win the tournament. But because it was too hard a contact, he couldn't control it. So they were talking about changing it then, because a lot of us kids, you just didn't. You could defend yourself. You knew what you was doing, but you pull your punch.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, nowadays you can kind of go in a little more and just kind of make them feel it.
Yeah. What kind of gloves and stuff do you wear?
My karate instructor, he sells gloves, but I went to Academy Sports and got like the official UFC hand gloves that they wear on TV and fights and stuff.
Is it just cover your knuckles, or does it cover your whole hand?
It goes out to about my knuckles, and it shows about this much of my fingers.
Okay. I first had, they were like red, and they just like looked like a mitten, that covered over. I started with those, and then they got, I think they were called Kino gloves. I can't remember, but it was almost like a glove, covered your whole hand, your whole finger, and everything. I remember they were kind of pricey, so I'd save for a long time to get them. Equipment's not cheap.
No.
Oh no, it ain't cheap.
Do you use shin guards?
Yeah, I use shin guards, and then I also have foot pads, too.
Yeah, I have foot pads and shin guards.
And then I have headgear, too.
Okay, that's good. Do you plan on fighting another tournament?
I've been thinking about it. I'm not for sure. Sometimes my karate instructor will, do his own tournament system with all of, his other students from different schools that he goes to. And so if he does one of them, I usually enter in those.
Are they still 3 rounds each fight?
Depending on how many kids are in it.
Okay.
Because, the last time I did one, it was just me and another kid, so it was just 1 round.
Okay. Do they still, if there are multiple people in it, the way it was when I was in it, 2 people would fight, and then the winners would fight, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you had a lot of people, you might fight 6 times in a day.
Yeah.
And by the 6th fight, but the good thing is they also have participated in that many, so it stayed even. But I can remember many times being in 4 or 5, 6 different, and they're 3-round, they were at that time 3-round fights. So by the end of the day, you may have fought 18 rounds, it was a long day. So.
Yeah.
Has either one of you had to use it yet?
I haven't.
I've lucky enough. I've only used it once, and that was to kind of put, like when I was at church, I had to kind of, like whenever that kid started picking on me, I kind of, push back and everything, and so far that's about the only time I've used it.
Well, as you know, in the discipline, it's not an offensive discipline, it's a defensive discipline. A lot of people, that at least that's what I was taught coming up, is just because you know it don't mean you use it.
Exactly.
If you need it, though, use it.
My karate instructor's motto, his theme is you don't start it, you just end it.
Yeah, exactly.
My cousin, he was a black belt and all. Back in the early 70s when at the university over here at Knoxville, it's just about impossible to walk down through there without getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a time that they were just mean, right about the Vietnam War time, and it seemed like everybody was ill. And of course, he worked in logwood, and he had an arm looked like a leg and muscle stuck out there, and he was built real good. He come to me one day, he said, "If you got some kind of pistols, I'd like to have a pistol." And I said, "How come?" He said, "Why, if we were around at university, he said, them people some mean, said, they was 5 jump me." I said, 5? He said, "Yeah." I said, "What'd you do?" He said, "Well, I just backed up against the wall and said, come on, who's going to be first?" I said, "What are you going to do?" He said, "Well, first off, I was going to knock one of them eyeballs out and probably make 1 or 2 sick. I was going to whoop the rest of them." He was so serious. I mean, he was just serious. Like, I want to do a banjo tune. And I said, "If you're that tough, what do you need with a pistol?" He said, "Well, they could have come at me. I could have lost, But he said, I was cool. So when I backed up against the wall, so nobody can get on my back, I was going to whoop them to come to him. And I saw this big old boy, he was huge. He went to our church. They were wrestling.
Where are y'all going to church?
I want to tell you a church story here in a minute. But all of you can kick out of it. But this boy, he was real big. These younger boys my age, one of them, Mel Gibson, he used to hang around the store, Mel, just lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And Mel and 2 or 3 of them, they talk about how they would try to take these big guys on. About 3 or 4 of them, he'd let them gang up on him. But there's about 4 of them took this guy named Roger. He backed up against the car, and when he knocked them like balls, 4 of them. And they rushed him. I mean, they rushed him. They were going to just get one of his arm or anything. But of course, he's stout. He'd sling them off. But talking about church, see, I've been to a lot of different churches. I've been to Snake Island churches. I've been to, I didn't say I belonged to a lot of churches. I've been visited. I've even played at them before. Me and Con Honey's uncle, they didn't handle them that night. They had a concert in this Snake Island church at the boxes.
You hypnotized them?
No, I might have stuck them out. I don't know what it was, but yeah. I went to this church, and they had one of them knock down, drag out me, and they grabbed this guy up and threw him out the front door. And I remember there was 15 or, I guess it's 20 steps from that church down, and they were around, went all the way around the church. You walk the door, you go down the sides. They were around the steps, and I was just a young boy. And they threw that guy, and I can see him like yesterday. He was a big old, tall, long, lanky guy, and he hit about every 4 steps. I said to my mother, I'm probably 9, 10-year-old. She said, "Oh, Lord, I hope he didn't trip." I said, he hit the ground running. He left Dodge in a hurry. And I remember one time we was at church, and my daddy was a deacon, and 2 of them got into it. Oh, I don't know what they got into it. I was just a young kid, still probably 8, 10-year-old. And this one guy weighed 425. He was a big man. And them old-timey piano stools, they weighed about 90 pounds. They picked it up to hit the guy with a piano stool. That's more than I weighed. And he started to hit him, and he jerked his knife out. Now, my daddy called him down. And when they did, they went up. The guy left, and the preacher stayed. A few days, he was a really good preacher and a good guy. few days he went down there. The other guy was he had been pinned for murder and moonshine. It is a, rough punch, but both of them, the preacher had been to pen, and he'd been pinned. This preacher was a professional robber before he got right with God. But and this fellow was so good. He's a preacher that baptized me. He was so good and so nice. He was in the 50s because he had a one of them new Packards, big old red, like my Cadillac. Mm-hmm. And he saw him, he pulled up, hey, come here a minute, we got to get this fixed up now, we can carry on like that. Well, yeah, I guess you're right, I shouldn't act that way. And they both hugged each other. Come on in, Wood. They would always say, come on in, Wood, someone will give you hams. I know you need something to eat. And they just not kids, I think. So they were good, and they stayed true. But he was telling you about it, he said he was up preaching, he said, everybody has to come under subjections. And I thought about him 2 weeks ago when James was up here, about the little Ponderosa. Mm-hmm. And then, because we was talking about prison and all that, so I went, next day or two, I went to Petros, I've been through it. I've even played there when James Earl Ray was there. And I went back there because they got real good food. I went there and eat, and I said, let's go through this again. So I went through it, and when I did, I was looking at which cell he was in, that's where he was at. Mm-hmm. And he told me in one of them halls, he said, boy, I went in there, I was young, 3 guards missed me, so I just turned around and backhanded them. So they went rolling down the hall, but he said, I just didn't get it. He said, I was laying in a cell Sunday morning, 15 of them walked up to my cell. They rushed me, put cuffs on me, took me in this room, and laid me face down on a mattress in my birthday suit and handed this big dude a black snake whip. And he said, the first lick he hit, I know he enjoyed his work. and he was telling us this in church. He said, I ate a hole this big in the mattress. He said, and he said it was all because they wanted me to bust big coal or bust rock or something. I think it's moving dirt.
They wanted him to mind, is what they did.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he was working in the mine. He didn't want to work. And he said, actually, he got through with me. He took me to his warden and he said, are you ready to move some dirt now? And he said, I'm going to move the whole mountain where you want. He was talking about, he said, if you live with the Lord, you're going to be under objections. Yeah. Somebody's going to be over you, so don't worry. He was such a great preacher. It took a guy like him, that had been through the roughs and tough, and this guy would give you, I know you hear, they'll give you a shirt off his back, he really would. He watched his members. I mean, if anybody need anything, he'd be pulling up that big old Packard and bringing it here. What y'all need? I brought you a bunch of groceries. And he'd say, he'd just drive up to your yard and he'd say, I come to break bread with you, he'd say. And I remember he's one that my mother put it, and he's so polite. She had hot dogs. She could make a bunch of them, she probably had a lot of them. She brought him 2, and just bring me 2, that's all I want. Well, she eat them 2, all of us eating, I was just a kid then. Well, I had some. She come out the tray with about 10 more on them and said, everybody's eating. He cleaned all them up. He's got the cider bill, that barrel that y'all still run. He'd drive up and he'd say, give me a cup of cider, Brother David. And I'd fix him up one. He'd drink it. I just set the jug up, the gallon jug, and give me that twin. Give me that twin. Drink a jug, and if you drank a whole gallon. That was a big guy, but he was such a great person. And he'd tell us stories about how mean he had been. He said, I robbed people. He said, it never was my heart to kill nobody or hurt them. He said, I see farmers, I knew they had money in them big overalls. I'd get out and walk up, and they'd hit me a blanket under my arm, start talking to them, they'd turn their back, and I'd stuck a blanket down over their head and tie them up, get their bill for what they couldn't get out. While they was getting out, I was gone, I'd rob them. He said, I was bad. He said it, and he was preaching his sermon that was so good, he said, my mother, he said, mothers will hold up for you, makes no difference how bad you are. I reckon you don't get too bad for a mother that really loves you. He said, I was 13-year-old and I'd come in dog drunk. He said, I was always big for my age. He said, mother, them old big boys got my baby drunk. He said, them old big boys was mad because I drank up all the whiskey. He said, I went to tell my mother. He said, everybody, and he brought him to the church service. I mean, it's stay with you forever, his service would. Everybody wants to lay your meanness off on somebody else. He said, swearing you on the hurt changes not is hard to live with. You don't want to tell the truth about it because it's too hurtful. But mother brag on me, and I'd lay there thinking, yeah, I'll get all of it the next time. Because it wasn't, nobody took that whiskey bottle straight up my mouth. It's me. I'm the bad one. My mother laid it on the little boy next door. He's bigger than me, or older than me. And he said, if you ain't careful, you'll go through life thinking that. He said, the problem is right here. You got the problem with you daily. Boy, he was such a great preacher. And I remember he baptized me. It was in that cold weather. And my mother said, oh, Lord, my dad's name was Claude, he'll take pneumonia. And said, that water's so cold, they said, I never heard nobody ever getting sick getting baptized. I didn't get sick, but I tell you what, we had ice for a few days shipping. It was cold, sure enough. But you can see a lot of things in churches. You know, the older churches back in, everybody settled their arguments right there at church. Us kids did too. We thought we went to church and got outside and did fights.
I don't believe I ever had a fight at church.
I remember. Well, you didn't go back. He didn't go back way back to Sunday church. I got to tell you this funny story back. He weighed 425, and he liked to sit in a cane-bottom chair, but he couldn't sit in it like me and you, so he would take it and put his belly to the back. You saw people do that, sit down on it backwards. And he went, and when he'd get through preaching, he'd get the piano player to sing a song, and he was a real happy preacher. Sure. And they'd sing a song, and he'd take that chair and sit down, put his breast to the back of it, and we knew which chair he sat in. One of them, some of us boys that was scuffed around and carried on, we set his chair. We found this old Rick roller on. It wouldn't even hold together. It just shake. And we set it over so he could get it. He walked over that night and hit that chair, and he did rounds, flew all over the chair. That thing, he hit the floor for a while. And he got up, and he got straightened up. He said, boy, that didn't hurt me at all. I said, the piano player said, can you do that song, I feel better all over more than anywhere? You know, that was a love song. She said, I don't think we should do that in church. He said, oh, that's a good song. Do it. I feel better all over. Oh, I can tell you some funny about it. I saw some wild stuff my day. Church everywhere. Hey, I went to this church. They called me this big fancy church in Norfolk, called name, but they hired us. They'd been to Saturday night show, and back then we saw some pretty raunchy stuff. You know, it was different back then than it is now. And it's people at this big fancy church. Now we wasn't in the sanctuary part. We was in their big, like their luncheon room, and you know, a big place they had. He said, we want you to bring a show and come over and entertain our members. He said how much it cost me, and I told him it's way back to the 60s. And right when we first opened up, kind of. Anyhow, back then I had a big old bus, and we pulled up, got out, went in, done that show. Next day, my daddy worked in the store, and he said, how'd your show go? I said, real good. He said, what y'all do, gospel music? I said, no, we did the show like we do if you on Saturday night. He said, you done what? I said, yeah. In church? I said, yeah, it's at church. I didn't tell him it wasn't in the sanctuary part. And I said, we started playing, and I done a gospel song or two, and that guy come up and said, no. We don't want this. We want that show you put on over like on Saturday night. And I said, jokes? And he said, yeah. Some of them were pretty wild. And I said, we got up, and he said that's what he wanted, so we did it. My dad said, what'd you say you went? I said, church. He said, sound more like a honky-tonk.
Fighting and telling dirty jokes at church, David. I don't know where you're going to church, brother.
Like his parents did that. You know, what he said, honky-tonk. I was like, honky-tonk. Honky-tonk. The preacher come in, and he started hollering, honky-tonk. The people from church. No, said this is church people. Honky-tonk. No, Paul, this is This is church people. Same old crowd, same old crowd.
What's your other plaque for, Luke?
I got this one last year in the Hall of Fame. It is Teenage Black Belt of the Year. I got this one in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
And then this one I got this year was in Louisville, Kentucky.
What did you do in Oklahoma City and Louisville? Was that just where they held the event?
Yeah, that was where they had a banquet, and it was like a suit and tie and everything, and that's where they give out the awards.
They do it at different locations every year. It's a national thing, and I think next year they may do it in Texas, but they do it somewhere different every year.
How many people get inducted each year?
They had about 300 this year.
Yeah, there was a lot of people this year getting inducted.
That's fantastic. And where is the Hall of Fame? Is there a physical Hall of Fame built?
It's in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Is where it's out of. John Terry, let's see, it's on here.
Yeah.
Professor John Terry. It's in the International Martial Arts Council of America. It's in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
I tell you the truth, I didn't know there was a martial arts Hall of Fame. Do you know when it was formed?
1998, because last year when I got it said it was our 20-year anniversary.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic.
Well, it's something. No way.
Yeah, that's.
We've learned a lot about martial arts today, we are.
Yes, sir.
What style did you do?
Ishinru. I did Ishinru, and I did a style that our instructor in La Follette was a gentleman by the name of Edward T. Jones. Edward T. Jones, and he had a style. He called it kung. It was like a mixture of kung fu and Ishinru together. It was before grappling was real popular. It wasn't. In fact, it wasn't popular at all until you had some of these Hoist Gracie and some of these other guys come along. But the kung fu also integrated a little bit of jiu-jitsu into it. So it was like three styles meshed into one.
Wow.
And it was a little odd, but like I said, I also studied Ishinru as well because I had long legs.
Yeah.
And the grab and pull and the Ishinru has a whole lot of kicking in it, or at least we did a lot of it. So
yeah,
there's still a lot of kicking in it.
Yeah, that's like I said, I was probably better with my feet than I was with my hands, at least. And because as a kid, like I said, my legs were longer than most other kids at the time.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
You could reach further, could you?
Yeah, I could reach further. So we did a lot of that. I was trying to think of the exact name he called it, and because it was kind of a secondary style, I think he called it Shaolin Temple Kung Fu Karate. Is what he actually studied in the Shaolin Temple when he was young. He said. I don't guess he's live. He passed away.
Just so you know, the bully at church is not at the church we go to now. It's at a different church a long time ago.
You just let me know who it is. I'll go talk to him.
No, it's not at our current church.
That's not at our church. Okay. Well, good.
I want to make that clear. I don't want anybody from church to be like, that's the kid.
That's great. Well, congratulations on your accomplishment. That's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
That's hard to get. You know, see, when I grew up, we didn't do too much of that, but my daddy used to give me a big club. Ball bat. He said, now, this is for two reasons. This end, if you're going to play ball, this end, if you run into any bullies. So, no, I just showed you that.
I had a club, too.
You had a stick.
I had a stick, yeah, pretty much. Do you use any of have you mastered or do you use any of the weapons?
I've mastered. I do some sai katas, I do a bow kata, and I do a nunchuck kata.
I did double nunchuck katas, but I did that, competed. I never won it with the demonstrations doing it, but I did that for a long time. I still have it set in my desk. I keep it set in my desk in the office and at home, but it's been a long time since last time that I got them out at home, I was showing off in front of my boys and knocked a hole in the kitchen cabinet.
Oh.
Didn't go over very well with my wife.
No.
So what did you do? Just leave it stick in and tell me it's an ornament now?
No. I was twirling them. You know what nunchucks are, David? The two sticks held together with a chain or a rope. And I turned around, the cabinet was behind me, and then I went down, boom, and put a hole about as big as a quarter in it. So.
Yeah, I don't let him practice his weapons in the house.
No,
that's the backyard's job.
Hey, Ron, y'all jumped up and said, see there? Now, when you hit somebody, that's what you're going to look like.
I didn't have a chance to say anything. My wife's like, give me those. Put these up. She said, you're going to teach him to kill himself.
Speaking of another joke, you remember Bill Mitchell?
Yeah.
Well, Bill, we dressed him up in uniform and everything, and he said, he come in one night carrying nunchucks. I said, what are you doing with them? He said, well, that might get me a little more respect. And he couldn't use them. He'd just take one of them and flip it up and learn how to catch it in his hand. You know how they do. He learned just how to do that. He was an engineer for one of the railroad companies. Bill was. I know we knew that. He brought me a lot of stuff. The flagman for sign for the highball train. You know, highball that you hear John Anderson think about the highball train, and I've got the, and y'all probably don't remember this, I heard Will, and they got a fork. He brought me a fork. It's about, I guess, 3-foot handle and a big Y, and you put a net on it. When that train come through, he didn't have to stop.
Catch the mail?
Mail. You remember that?
No, I don't remember it, but then you
stick it up there and they drop that mail in that net. The train never just stopped. You remember that, don't you, Art? Them little depots like pow.
Sure. You go right through without having to stop the train and start it. Was he in martial arts? Or did he?
No, he wasn't in it, but he went and gave some nunchucks so that they could run over. And the only thing you could do was just hold one flip button and catch it. And you go up around the parking lot flipping, you know. And I said, you know how to use them? I said, no, but they look pretty good. Back in, we had 2 shows a night, and it could get a little hairy, you know.
You got to be careful using them. You hit something, they'll bounce back. I mean,
yeah.
It's I've hit myself. I've hit myself numerous times when I was learning. They're difficult. I don't even know if I could do it today. But
so, what kind of yours are they? Metal or wood?
Mine are wood. I've got the ones that are in my office are wood with a string, with a rope between them.
Okay.
My ones at the house are wooden with metal caps and a chain between it. So. And it's a relatively short chain, probably just a little bit wider than my hand, because I would roll them over, twirl them around my hand. So if you get too big, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to roll them across your hand. So I had a pair made that would fit my hand. So yeah, did it for a long time. I did it for a long time. From the time I was in, I started probably when I was in elementary school and did it all the way up until, I don't know. I haven't done anything with it in probably the last 20 years, but I did it for quite some time. So I enjoyed it, and it kept me out of trouble.
Yeah.
It did. It really did, for the most part. So it gave me something to do. My boys studied for a while. They were a little young, so I don't know. It's not that they didn't take it serious. It's just that they were at an age that they just didn't want to be still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They loved the kicking and the hitting and all of that, but then when they'd call them to be still set, they would,
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to wait until they get to a point that if they're old enough to decide if they want to do it, as opposed to I just took and put them in. I wanted them to do it. So, but they took for about, well, Trey took for 2 years and the twins took for 1 year. So hopefully they got to taste enough of it that if it took, they'll let me know and they'll maybe want to do it as they get a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good deal.
Okay, we better tell them a few things to sum up, man.
It's about time.
Summing up time. We got our big shows this week on try your own channel.
BBB TV 12.
BB, yeah.
Okay.
We got 2 big shows. It'll be Friday. We'll do the 5 o'clock. You'll be there about 5:15 for the 5:30 to be the one tape for next week, and then we got the little one for live. And Ricky Royale's supposed to be there with us.
Okay.
We got some special guests coming in, but also next week, Bill Langston's supposed to be with us.
Okay.
I know a lot of people here in Clinton know Bill.
Absolutely.
And he's got a CD, him and Kenny James. If Kenny's listened today, Kenny's had some health issues, and I think he's done better, and we appreciate all the prayers and things going up for Kenny James. He's one of the greatest guitar pickers. A lot of good musicians came out in this area right here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Kenny James is one of them. I mean, he is an accomplished musician. Of course, Jim Fagan, and we just got a lot of people right here that was. But Bill, he's a great singer and songwriter and all. But we've got so many new things coming up. And next week, not this not this next week coming up, but week after next. If everything goes well, Billy's coming in from up in Kentucky, Middleburg, and he's going to tell us something about ginseng. It's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
He is what they call him, the head man over that show.
Well, yeah, they do. He's the ginseng guy, the ginseng man.
But he's he's over a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Teaches it and everything. Had to do all that more. And I told him that maybe you and your kids and
go hunting for it sometime.
We'd all go out. We'll go to my house.
Yeah.
I got a place where there used to be a lot of it. So
really?
You can bring them over and we'll go up there.
We'll go hunting ginseng.
We'll go hunting ginseng. I like to do it. I haven't done it so long. But
I've never.
I've got a farm over there, and then I got a place straight across my house.
Mm-hmm.
Deer come down in there and eat. So I keep them rocks and stuff to eat on, them big salt rocks and stuff. But let's go over. I think he can just walk straight in.
Well, I'm getting ready to say he probably knows exactly what to look for when. Obviously, he does. But do a TV show about him and him hunting.
Yeah, but we'll get him down here this fall, maybe September, I think.
Yeah.
Whenever season over, we'll go over and look for that. But anyhow, we got some other shows to do. Most of them right now is parties. We'll be telling you about them. The open shows in a few days. I got some. I think.
Are you booked back at Wild Wings anytime soon?
They ain't got a schedule right scheduled. I got a few. I got a wedding there. Some different things I have to do. Right now. Private stuff, but we had a good time. Was it the fair last week?
Yeah,
last week.
Last Wednesday. We could go Wednesday.
Yeah, I've been on here since then. Yeah, but it was a real big show.
Good.
Big success. And we want to think about a good friend of ours who's in the hospital, Don Bell.
Yeah, I saw that.
Don,
how's he doing?
I think everything's good. I talked to him last night. Everything looks like it's working out good, but keep him in your prayers and stuff, because Don is one of a kind. I didn't know him till one day he came in and introduced himself, and we just hit it off, and we've done so much, so many shows. He booked me a lot of shows, plus he come up with this idea of television. I've never done it if it hadn't been for Don, because I've done it for so long, and I didn't want to. I'm kind of like hard working on diesel truck work.
Don't want to do it.
You don't ever want to see another one. I said, man, them live TV shows they're just not like ordinary shows. You can't stop.
Mm-mm.
You can't make a mistake. It's just that's the way we want it. That's the way it's got to be. But he kept on and got me into it. I said, I'll do it 13 weeks. That's all I'm going to do. And the third week, I was going to tell him I was going to quit. And somebody said, well, you ain't never quit on nothing. I said, well, you got to be a first time. But I can't do this. But it's a fun thing. It's been fun. And what makes it worth its while and what makes it such fun and such a blessing is when you go to places like we played down at Morning Point, and those people tell you how they all watch this every Saturday night.
Yes, sir.
And I was at last week before last week one, I came out. Last week I came out. I had my yearly eye exam, and there were people outside waiting when I come out, getting their picture took. Oh, we watched that show. My mother thought she'd never get to meet you, and it makes you feel so good to know that you're touching somebody. And your talent, it's not something you need to be a smart at it with or something. It's something you need to be appreciative of, that you're helping somebody.
Sure.
You know, and another thing, Ron, even this station here at WYSH, people in this county and around here is so fortunate to have a radio station like this can tell you everything and what's happening and have all the stuff that you do, like your trading time.
Yeah.
And have to ask your neighbor. I mean, it's something. Where else can you do that? You can't do that at the big stations.
No, you can't.
And then we're so fortunate. And then with television, I tell them often, this is the only live television show this side of the Menlo Opry.
Music variety show, absolutely.
I mean, it's variety. That may not be everybody you want to hear. I have people who don't like to hear me, I know. I'd be the richest man in the world. And maybe him. But in his class, he has people like to hear him.
Sure.
Our clients, they like to see them.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Everybody don't eat mashed potatoes. Everybody don't eat turnip greens. Everybody don't eat chicken.
Yeah.
My daddy wouldn't eat chicken. So, I don't know which one we are. You may be T-bone steak. I don't know. But, you know, some people don't eat steak. So, you've got to learn you have to have something for everybody. It's not what I like. What do they like?
Sure.
Absolutely. The same way in business. I try to get the instruments that you all like.
Yeah.
I don't want them. I got too many for me. I ain't got a place to put them. See? So you need to learn that, and the main thing is be thankful.
Absolutely.
If you can be thankful, because it could be me and you in the hospital, or me and you that on our last 2 or 3 days to live or whatever. But if we all stay thankful and push hard, and I heard a thing about a couple weeks ago, a week or so ago, I was at a church where they was having some problems, not fighting and stuff, but issue problems with their pastor. I've been knocked down dragouts too, but and this guy said something that touched me so much. He was up there, they were having a division, maybe one, but they're trying to split up. And he said, now listen, don't go around talking about those people. That's your brothers and sisters. Don't go out talking about them, running them down, all this and that and other. Don't even talk that kind of stuff. Forget about that. Let's all pray for each other. And I think we'll come out ahead on both sides. And I thought, man, that's the first time I ever heard that guy. And I got to meet him at this den. I've met him now twice, but that was so good, the way he handled it. And he didn't do it with ill will. He done it. You can tell he done it sincere.
Yeah.
And he can do it with sincerity. And it's so easy. Like my sister Elma said one time, we pray, Lord, to have your will. Lord, we want you to have your will be done.
As long as it's what we want.
Here's what I want. She starts writing the will. It's bad history that their thing that they wrote and they know who wrote. Well, we're self-bad, I guess. I had no idea. Maybe the devil moved in there or something went by, you know. Yeah. But we are happy to be here, Mom. We're happy for the radio station and TV station, Channel 12, and we've had a lot of fun on it. And I feel that we've helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I hope so. I believe so. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. Appreciate y'all coming in.
Thanks
for having us. You're very welcome. All right, we'll be back next week. You know who's coming? You don't know who's coming next week?
Yeah, Bill Langston's will be here next week.
Okay, Bill, next week.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
And then after that, it's supposed to be the
Ginseng Man.
Ginseng Man Billy.
There you go. All right, have a good day.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12, or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.
Summer's here, and the time is right for outdoor